Good morning. This is Ron Janish. Today is the 23rd of September, and earlier this week we went through the Fed thing where the Fed announced that they were staying on course and stuff like that. So that there was no change in interest rates. And for those of you that are wondering why that matters, is because there's a lot of businesses out there that sell products at pretty much no for at, yeah, pretty much no interest rate. And so, when you get these furniture things on TV, take 10 years to pay, no interest, yada yada yada. Uh, you have to watch out for those because they'll say no interest and they mean it as long as you don't accidentally miss a payment or something like that. Then suddenly your interest rate on everything goes up to some astronomical number, and it can get pretty hairy. So, not that I've ever done that. I prefer paying cash. That's my way of doing it. So, anyway, let's take a look at some of the things that we're into and some of the things I'm looking at. One of the things that, as you can see here, this is a daily chart of the Canadian dollar, and 76575. That would be where? 76575. Oh, roughly there. Okay, so if we let's see if we can draw a median line here. And as you can clearly see, prices tried to make it up to the median line and just couldn't do it. Absolutely couldn't do it. And so we had a Babson reaction line over here, and down she went. And let's see what happens if we draw the other median line. And we can see that they went a little bit above the parallel here. And now it's down we go. And they're probably going to make new lows, and basis this chart here. And there's several reasons why. One of them is because look at this down move here. Just nice, solid red beyond the previous median line. And so they just came back up to the upper parallel and said, well, let's try it again. And so they're going to try again. Now, they're going to try to make new lows. If they make new lows, um, it's there's certain things to watch for. One of them has to do with divergence, and there's a certain way of using Andrew's divergence that's really different from this kind of wiggly stuff here. This thing down here is something I don't use. It's called the CCI. And so anyway, so let's watch for that as it comes down. Let's see what else there is on here. Also in the bucket is cattle. Okay, so if we take 10855, where is that? That would be about here, right near the highs. See, the high was 108.9, and according to this, we got short at 10855. Okay, and so let's take a look at what happened. And prices in this case here also reversed out of Babson reaction line. And if you look, prices went up and they were just too darn weak to make it up to the ML. And let's take a look at what happened on the way down. On the way down, they went all the way almost to the far parallel, reversed and up again, and down we go. And so it's going to try to make new lows, and my guess is it'll probably make new lows. How long it'll take, who knows? It'll be some time. Could it be all over by the end of next week? Maybe, maybe not. Uh, let's take a look. Okay. Well, here we go. See, now this new median line here whoops, is rather steep. And the purpose of the median line is really to give you some idea as to the slope. Okay. So anyway, like I said, prices went up to a Babson reversal point, and down we go. So, you know, the other ones that I'm keeping an eye on are gold. And as near as I can tell, this low around here is a very significant low, and it's up we go from here. So as prices prices have just done a nice jump to the upside. They've broken this little bit of a channel in here, and so it's time to kind of go sideways for a day or two or so, and then we'll probably see them go a lot higher. So let's take a look at how median lines are doing here. As you can see, prices went down to the median line and now have jumped up and broken through the upper parallel. So looking for them to come down. Nothing spectacular to the downside, but am looking for this to be part of a continuation pattern that just continues to the upside. When prices were up here, we used a weekly chart, and looking at the weekly chart, those of you that are Andrews students can easily find why I wound up going short up here. And so down here is where the trend went down to, and now it's up we go again. So let's look at what else there is. Here's good old silver. It's another one. And as you can see, prices went down to the median line and went up, came down, made new lows. Now this is, you got to read the article to see how it works, or there's a video in the course that covers this. This is what we call Andrews divergence, and as you can see here, prices went up nicely in silver. Okay, and once again looking for some kind of sideways behavior so that can find a nice buying opportunity so that when this goes higher, we can take advantage of it. Okay, something that you do need to know, and that is in the original Andrews material. No, we're not talking about the stuff online. We call it the expanded course because there's just nearly 1,000 pages of Andrews material. In there, he talks about reversal lines, that there are certain lines that are used to find reversal points. And we highly recommend those that have the expanded course material that you go through his earlier works, which would be pre-1975. Okay, the real good stuff is all pre-1975, and because he does mention reversal lines, that you draw certain lines and you watch for a reversal on them, and these are really significant. Okay, so you get a chance, take a look at that, and that's in the expanded course material. If you go online, you can see the massive amount of papers that we have in our library from Andrews. And of course, if you have the expanded course, you get to have a copy of that. In addition to a whole bunch of videos, there's over like 40 videos that you get, and that we made, and some of it shows you computer tests and the results of computer tests and what signals get those results and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, this is Ron Janish with andrewscourse.com. If you'd like to be in the free discussion group, just go to andrewscourse.com, and there's a way to click on there that you can just click on it and it'll go into one of your emails, and then you send it out, and you become a member of that Yahoo group. It's a free email group, and anybody who is a member of the who has taken the course from us will wind up, be it the regular advanced course or the expanded course, will receive membership in our very private email group. Okay, where one of the nice things that we do is when we send out charts, we send out charts direct. So you might get it through Yahoo, but you also get it direct, which means you have more control over it, bigger, better, all that kind of stuff. Anyway, this is Ron signing off. It is Friday, the 23rd, and looking forward to next week when things are going to really rock and roll, because we've got the two most disliked presidential candidates going at it in a debate. So that's next week. So that'll be probably watched more internationally than the Super Bowl. Anyway, have a nice weekend. See ya. Bye.